Guys, in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to work the Robinhood website. And this would also apply for the Robinhood app as well. There will be just slight differences. So if you've already signed up for Robinhood, then all you need to do is go to Robinhood.com and, well, log in. And if you haven't signed up, there is a link in the description where you can click on it to, well, sign up for Robinhood and also get a free stock as well. So on the front page of Robinhood, you'll notice you have the graph here. Some of you might not have a graph. That's because maybe you haven't put in money yet. So this is basically showing you how much you have in Robinhood. And if you are investing in a stock, it's showing you how much your whole portfolio has either gone up, down, or stayed the same. And they'll also quantify it into a graph here. Sometimes Robinhood tweaks, and so you'll notice these like huge, like big ups and the big downs, but it's really not that big a deal. It's just a very user-friendly platform that I like to recommend to anyone who is just now starting out trading or doing anything such as that. All right. So you'll also notice that once you do start adding money, you'll have something called buying power. I added $5 just to show you that basically this is how much I have left to spend to buy a stock. And you'll also notice that if you have purchased the stock over here in the right, it'll show you what you are in. Right now, I've purchased 6 buys or 6 options contracts for United Airlines. And on average, I'm in at 26 cents per option or per contract. Right now, the current contract price that I'm in at is 22 cents. So I really am just not going to discuss too much about my options and what I'm in right now. Those will be for future lessons. So I will move on to showing you more about Robinhood. Okay. So as I scroll down, you'll notice that they give you popular lists. So basically what, people are most likely to search or, possibilities. So you have 100 most popular, top movers, upcoming earnings, crypto. So Robinhood has all of these types sorted for you. You can just click on it and it'll kind of show you. So if I clicked on crypto, it'll show you the crypto market and what's available to trade in the crypto market. So here I'm going to go back. So yeah, if you didn't know, you can trade crypto on Robinhood. You can't trade there's a lot of the cryptocurrencies you can't trade. However, there's the most popular ones that you can. So if you continue scrolling down, you'll notice that there's news. They give you the news here, especially related to the stocks that you've purchased or are in your watch list. And so they'll tell you the top movers for the day. And again, just some good news to help inform your choices or decisions. All right. So if you also later on, you click on a stock and you add it to your watch list, then there's a way you can just add a stock to your watch list as well. You can see here are the 2 stocks on my watch list, Time and AMD. I invest in AMD because, well, yeah, I just do. I'm not going to discuss that this tutorial. All right, so in order to go to AMD, then all you have to do, you'll notice there's a search button up here. I'm going to put in the ticker called AMD, because it's the ticker for AMD. And so as I put it in, you'll notice that it'll take me to AMD's graph or stock price or the data related to AMD. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. And I'm going to bring myself right over here. All right. So you'll notice that as you go down, or you'll notice that first they give you the ticker or the name of the stock. They give you the price of the stock that it's currently trading at. And then also they'll say, hey, this is how much the stock price has gone up or down today. And then after hours, they'll also show you if the price has moved up or down as well. So I'm on the 1 day. There's also a 1 week, a 1 month, 3 months, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, in 5 years. So overall, you notice that AMD's price is moving up. That is a good thing. So if you're looking for a long-term investment, that's probably one of the criterias that you want to look for. All right. So again, I'm not a professional. I'm not licensed in this, guys. So I'm not going to speak too much on, stocks and which ones you should buy. However, I'm just going to give you my opinion in later videos, and maybe you'll get an idea of what to do for yourself. All right. However, for now, I'm also going to just, again, get back on track to talking about AMD. So here's the about information of AMD, basically showing you like, hey, this is what AMD is, this is what the corporation is, this is who the CEO is, how many employees are in this company, where the headquarters is based, where it's founded. So it gives you a really good information to help kind of show you like, should you really invest in the stock? All right. It's kind of giving you that basic information that you need to go, because, Robinhood is about, for the basics, for the user-friendly platform. It also shows you what the market cap is. Market cap is very important because guess what? That's what helps you determine how much growth potential there is in a stock. If it has a $3 trillion market cap, that's crazy. Then that means that it's going to be very slow moving upward. So you have to kind of look at market cap to see if there is good growth potential in that stock, especially in comparison to the other stocks in that industry. It tells you the high of the day or the low of the day, the open price, the volume that the stock has traded at, the 52-week high, the 52-week low, and so on. Also, there's something called dividend. It can tell you if there's dividends being given out per stock, or per share, I should say, for that stock. So you'll notice that it gives you the very good, basic information you need to know. The average volume that it typically trades at on any given day, and so on and so forth. So, and also if you want to kind of look for other stocks that are related to AMD, they kind of categorize that as well. Say, hey, go to electronic components, because that's what AMD specializes in. California, 100 most popular. So AMD is sorted into those lists. All right. So now if you continue going down, you'll notice it has AMD news here. Basically, it's just showing you like, hey, this is more news related to AMD that you may want to know before investing in the stock. Or if you're already invested, then hey, let's stay up to date on what's happening with that stock at that moment and what could be happening in the future. So for instance, looking into advanced micro devices, return on capital employed. So yeah, it'll give you the Q3 earnings. It'll kind of give you an earnings schedule. So if let me go back, and you'll see here that if you continue going down, it'll show you when those earnings reports come out, because those are important as well. You want to know if the stock is making a profit. We see Q1, Q2, Q3, Q1, Q2, of course, COVID. And then back to Q3, we notice that the stock is increasingly making a profit overall. So that's a good thing. And despite all the COVID craziness, AMD is still up. That is a good sign. So if you continue to go down, you'll also notice that it gives you another list and what people also own. Like if you're in AMD and you're looking for some similar stocks, then NVIDIA, Microsoft, Intel, Square, those are all very similar to AMD and are probably something to consider as well. So you'll notice on the right-hand side here, if you're wanting to invest in AMD, it has a buy AMD right here and an arrow. And you have market order, limit order, stop loss, stop limit order, trailing stop order, recurring order. So I'll go into more specifics what each of these orders are. However, you'll notice that the default for Robinhood are market order. And again, I'll go more into specifics about what each order is in the future. But for now, you just have to understand that you have market order as the default. And most oftentimes, later on, you're going to want to do a limit order. Okay. So a limit order is something you are going to probably want to end up doing later on. But you'll notice that AMD gives you a market order. So just remember that, okay? So just adding into it, so you'll notice I'm in this big graph now. I've kind of expanded the graph. I'll show you how I did that. So there's like an arrow, 2 arrows here. Just click expand, and then it'll kind of give you an even more detailed analysis of what is going on in that stock, in the stock price. So I'm going to get rid of all this data right now, and I'm going to add it back one by one to kind of explain to you what it means, okay? So first, you'll notice there is a line here, kind of like a graph here. This is the stock price, and it's being graphed, right? I believe on Robinhood, the candlesticks are, a candlestick will form. That's what these are. These are candlesticks, right? These rectangles. So a candlestick forms every, I believe, 5 minutes or so. On other platforms, you're able to adjust this time, but I believe on Robinhood, this platform forms a candlestick every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, a candlestick will form and will tell you where the price began and ended at. What was the high and what was the low in that 5 minute time frame, right? So of course, the whole market isn't really doing well right now. So we didn't really expect too much of any stock at this moment, but you'll notice still in the 1 year chart, it's looking good. So that's something to consider. And of course, in the 5 year chart, it's again looking pretty good. So it's again something to consider. So when we're trying to figure out when should we get into the stock, first you have to figure out if you're day trading. If you're day trading, you're going to want to be on the 1 day chart. If you're kind of like trying to hold for the week, then of course 1 week. So you have to figure out what time frame you're going to want to hold the stock for. So let me get myself out of here. So you'll notice that it all depends. So there's 1 month, 3 months, 1 year. What if you want to hold it long term, like 5 years? So again, it really all depends on how long you want to hold the stock for. Like I want to be in it long term, so I'm not really too concerned. I plan on being in this stock for the next 5 years or so. I feel like that's what works for me. You have to figure out what works for you. All right. So if you don't want candlesticks, there's also a line graph where it just shows you, hey, this is the price movement overall. All right. So this is the price movement overall. So I'm going to add some data here. So the first data I want to add is something called the moving average. The next data is the exponential moving average. And you can see that these will be very important when you're trying to figure out a good entry point, right? If you're trying to figure out if the stock price is going up or the stock price is going down, let me go on the 1 day chart. You'll notice that as the moving average in the EMA cross, you typically have reversals in stock price. So I'll talk more about this later, but I just want you to understand that Robinhood has the capability to talk to, in its free platform to provide you the data for moving average and EMA, estimated moving average as well. So then there's also RSI. So there's something called the relative strength index. And so all that's doing is saying like, hey, this is when the stock is overbought and this is when the price is oversold. So if a stock is overbought, then what that means is that the RSI is going to be 70 or higher. If the RSI is oversold, then it's going to be 30 or lower. So what this means is that people who keep buying AMD, it'll become overbought. They keep buying it, right? It's like it's going to be bought so much that everyone who's wanting to buy has bought, right? So it's becoming overbought. So all that's left is for people to sell. So that means the stock price is going to probably go down. I'm not going to say always because you know how stocks are, but the stock has a very good likelihood of moving down if it gets to be overbought. So you'll notice that it was overbought here at the start of the market. The RSI was 82. And what happened? The stock price went down. Now it's 74.91. It was 75.98. So that's something to consider. So just keep in mind that, and then let's just look at the 1 week. You see how it kind of became oversold here? Like eventually the stock price did gradually start moving up, right? However, it's not always the case. So, you have to consider the news, what's going on in the world. If it's just normal circumstances, I feel like, just my opinion, that it's a very good indicator of whether the stock is moving up or down or not. All right, so there's RSI. I'm also going to talk about next. I'm going to talk about something called MACD. So I'm going to go to plus sign, MACD. And so you'll notice that I'm not going to, again, specifically talk about MACD, but notice that there are two lines here. And when they cross, those also are good indicators of whether you'll have reversals as well in stock price. Crossing downward, the stock price goes down. Crossing upward, the stock price has a good chance of going up, but not always. I don't like to speak. You have to kind of wrap your mind around that. With stocks, you can never speak in certainties because anything can happen. However, we can increase our probability, our probability of doing the right thing and reacting the right way, right? To make the stock price be profitable for us. You right? So just keep that in mind. There are no absolutes in stocks. There are only probabilities. That's something you kind of have to wrap your mind around. I know it was hard for me to wrap my mind around it at the start, but I'm sure you will eventually be able to wrap your mind around it, okay? So you'll notice over here that, just those are the data for that. So again, this is how you add the data. These are the various different data points you can add. All right. So also there's volume. So volume is like how many people are trading at that given point of time. If it's high volume, that means a lot of buying and selling is going on. So typically after high volume, there's low volume, and the stock price will either move up or down as well from that. So whenever there's a dramatic change in the price of the stock, you'll notice there's some high volume bars there. Again, we'll get into volume later as well. So we have a lot to discuss in future videos about technical analysis and what it all means. Okay. For now, I just want you to get to know the platforms and be able to make very basic investments that work for you. Right. So I'm in AMD right now, but other stocks are Apple. So here's Apple again. The whole market isn't doing so well, but you can see overall its price is moving upward as well. And then there's Tesla. Don't get me started on Tesla. You can see overall in the past year, its price is moving up as well. So you just have to find a really good company. You have to do your research. You have to put in effort. I mean, this is definitely something that you need to put in effort for. There are some people who like to invest in ETFs. And there's also things like collective stocks. And again, I'm not going to get into what those are, but if you've heard of retirement funds, right, there are retirement funds as well. And so some people will invest in those because they know that people are investing in those for their retirement, right? It's these funds right here. And again, overall, they move upward, not as dramatically as, other companies, but overall, you can see the direction is up. There are stocks or ETFs that track the market, like SQQQ, TQQQ. They're inverses of each other, which means as one goes up, the other is going down. So that's something we'll talk about as well in future episodes. But overall, this is how you work the Robinhood platform. And if you have any questions for me, or if you wanted to sign up for Robinhood, then again, you can either comment a question, ask a question in the comments, and I'll always answer. Or if you need to sign up still, there's a link to sign up in the description. All right.